guys, it's coffee time. Sorry that the picture looks so much as though I am ascending, like I am being pulled from this earthly realm. Perhaps the aliens are coming to grab me and it's just taking a really long time. Did you guys ever have friends who, or if you watched Sailor Moon, there was always that argument of Sailor Moon is dumb and here's why. Because every time they transform into their other selves, it takes forever and yet the bad guy never defeats them. And then you have this other friend who says, well, technically they're just slowing it down, but in reality, the transformation only takes like a split second. And you're like, and they're like, and there's all this like tension. I love Sailor Moon. I am in the group of people who are in love with Sailor Moon and everything that has to do with Sailor Moon, and I can't wait for the new anime. It's going to be amazing. 2013. Yes. But both sides of that argument are legitimate, I feel. Oh, I have gorged myself. There are two types of foods that I will completely overeat without fail. One of them is mashed potatoes. I will overeat mashed potatoes to the point that I can't move correctly. There was one time where we had, what was it? I think it was just a beef brisket and mashed potatoes and corn. And whenever I have mashed potatoes and corn together, I mix them together in this just like terror on my plate, and I put gravy all over it. It's just like, it's just mush. It looks like it shouldn't belong in a face, but I love it so much. So ate all of mine, went back, got seconds, went back, got thirds. And then my mom started cleaning up and looked into the pot that had all of the mashed potatoes, and there was just enough left for one more meal. Or one more serving, right? And so she turned around and said to my dad, hey, honey, do you want any more mashed potatoes? And I was like, I'll have more. I'm already, like, just dead. I should not eat anything else. I was like, I'll eat more mashed potatoes. And she just stared me down. Just straight up would not let me have more mashed potatoes. That's how bad I get about mashed potatoes. Now, my very favorite meal of all time is spaghetti, and they made spaghetti tonight. And I haven't been eating a whole lot because my stomach is like super tiny right now. Because I haven't been eating a lot. So today I got really, really hungry. And the spaghetti, my dad cooks the sauce like all day, and it's just so good. And I came home from Jared and Amanda's and I was like, I need this sauce. I need to eat. I have to eat. My stomach immediately came to life. It was like a switch was turned on. And I had to just sit on the couch. I had to just lay there and wait. It just looked like a rejected doll. I was just on the couch so upset. Just laying there staring into the kitchen. Where's my spaghetti? So finally we got to eat, and I ate so much. I ate, like, way too much. I got into one of those food comas where you just, like, sit on the couch, you just lay there. So I went from rejected doll to just a useless human. Just a straight-up useless human being just laying on the couch with a blanket haphazardly thrown on myself. I was like, so happy. I'm so happy. We were trying to figure out, we're wondering if my stomach problems are an allergy, which would not be great. I would not be a fan of that at all. The reason we were wondering this is because, so my stomach's been upset, right? Blah, blah, blah. And then also, I've been randomly every now and then congested, which is another sign that you're allergic to something that you're eating or something that you're interacting with. If you're just getting congested and then eventually the congestion goes away, it's not associated with any sort of sickness. So I got up this morning and I ate breakfast and I got congested. And I was like, what did I eat? The only thing I ate today was bread. The only thing. And my mom was like, well, maybe you've developed some sort of a gluten allergy. Maybe you shouldn't eat bread anymore. And I was like, no, I know so many people who out of nowhere have gluten allergies now. I don't want, no. I love bread. I love bread too much to let it go. Amanda thinks that one of the other things, because like our bodies don't process wheat very well anyway. They don't process grains very easily. So Amanda thinks that since I typically don't eat a lot of bread, that coming home and suddenly eating a lot of bread, my body just didn't, it wasn't sure what to do with it, so just kind of like sat there. Was like, So I'm hoping it's not a full-on allergy or an intolerance. I'm hoping that it's just I wasn't used to bread. You know how sometimes I had a friend who, for Lent, gave up meat. And then when Lent was over, 40 days, when Lent was over, she ate so much meat and got so sick. She had eaten, like, only fruits and vegetables for a while. And I was like, dang, I feel like maybe you're missing out on some stuff you're supposed to get in your diet. But when those 40 days were over, I shouldn't say she ate a ton of meat. She just ate meat in general. And her body got so angry about it because, you know, your system gets used to things. It's just like with cats. You can't change a cat's diet just out of the blue and have them not react to it. They're going to get all sorts of diarrheas, and then you're going to hate yourself because it smells. Oh, which leads me to another thing that happened today. I was at Jared and Amanda's place, and they have 2 cats. They're so cute. They're adorable. I love them. One of them is Udon, but they just call him Mewy. And he's just this huge fluff ball cat. He's so big. I think he's probably bigger than Sherlock Cat, but I can't tell because I don't know how much of it is just fluff. You know? It's not like body versus hair. So he's super adorable, and he walks around the house more than the other cat, but he's also more skittish than the other cat. The other cat's name is Hallie, and Hallie just sits in her house all the time. And so, I was petting Hallie inside of her house, and she was licking me, and it was very cute. And I was like, oh, Hallie, flow, flow, flow. And Amanda pulled Hallie out of the house because she was giving them their food. So I was eating her food and then got bored with it and like walked over to the door because Hallie loves to be outside. So just walked over to the door and was looking forlornly out the door, and I was like, oh, Hallie, I'm going to pick you up now. So I picked her up. And, and, you know, held her for a little bit, set her back down, and then both Amanda and I were like, what is that? It smells like poop. Straight up poo is somewhere. Guess where it was? On my shirt. And I was like, how Flow, why would you poop on my shirt? It was very unfortunate, and it was the most pervasive smell ever. It was nothing. It was nothing. I have no idea how that smell permeated the entire house. But I literally had, this isn't my shirt. This is Amanda's shirt, because I had to take my shirt off and put it outside. It was just smelled so bad. It was horrible. Ugh. Dang, guys. That was fortunately that happened almost right before I was leaving. So Amanda was like, okay, put this on. P.S. I gotta show you all my awesome clothes that I just got. And I was like, yes, because we're both clothesaholics. So then we got, what would the actual word for that be? If any of you know, let me know. So we got into the car and we were driving back, and the entire time I was like, please, I just don't want to get a whiff of that. I just don't want it. If I could just go through this entire car ride and not smell poop. That's all I want out of this. It's like a 20-minute car ride. But, yeah. It was great. I went over there so that I could hang out with Jared more, because I had hung out with Amanda for like an entire day, and we went to the dance class and everything, but I had only seen Jared at the barbecue. So I was like, Jared, are you free before I leave? And turned out that he was free today. So we went and grabbed lunch, and then I hung out. He and I watched our very favorite episode of Shelley Duvall's Fairy Tale Theater, Princess and the Pea. You guys, if you've never seen Fairy Tale Theater, it's ridiculous. 2 must-see episodes. If you've never seen it before, these are the 2 episodes that I demand that you watch. Aladdin and Princess and the Pea. Princess and the Pea is my all-time favorite episode, but Aladdin is really good as well. They are both so amazing. Oh my gosh. Now I'm just reminiscing in my mind of earlier today, watching that show and crying because I was laughing so hard. It's just amazing. God, what a great show. It has, okay, the Princess and the Pea episode has Liza Minnelli in it when she was like young, but all I can associate her with is Arrested Development, so I watch that show and I'm like, because she's cute. There's something adorable about her. You're just, oh, you're cute, but you're Liza Minnelli and you're just kind of weird, but adorable. You're weird adorable. I don't know what to do with you. So when she's all young and stuff, and not like knee high to a duck young, but my age. She's like my age. I guess that's not super young anymore. I'm still young. Whatever. Anywho, go watch Fairy Tale Theater if you've never seen it before. I demand it out of you. And that's my day. That's what I did today. Woohoo! So we're gonna try the not eating gluten for a while and see if that helps. But my stomach overall is better, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. And I'm gonna just finish my coffee and then maybe make some tea. And then maybe drink some water. I'm gonna go the full gamut tonight, you guys. You're gonna be so proud. Okay. I hope you guys had an amazing day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye. Mwah.